I remember it being a surreal experience, receiving a cancer diagnosis. But for me, it was compounded by the knowing that my younger sister was in the final stages of her HPV-related cancer journey at the same time. About a year after my treatment, I found out that my daughter, who was 21 at the time, had been diagnosed with a high-risk strain of the HPV virus.
I found out I had HPV by going to the gynecologist to get my routine pap smear. I had known a little bit about HPV just because my family has like a cancer history that starts from it. So it was kind of this big fearful thing in my head. So yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting it, but wasn't fully educated on what it was.
My mom had anal cancer from HPV, and so did my aunt.
I don't know that we're an anomaly. The HPV virus affects 4 to 5 people. I don't think many of us make it out of here without an exposure to the HPV virus itself.
When you say that I had cancer, my whole family had cancer. Everybody had to live through it with me. Not only just my immediate family and the explanations that they had to tell their friends, because everybody wants to know the next step. Oh, your dad has cancer. What kind of cancer? The conversations with your spouse, with your children, with your family, with your friends can be difficult with HPV.
I was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma, which is a cancer of the throat. It actually was a tumor on the back of my tongue, about the size of a mushroom, a small mushroom. And unfortunately, stage 4 cancer. At that time, I did not know what HPV was or is. I did not know that anything about it, did not know how I contracted it. Been married for 34 years now.
I will never forget the face of the physician when he was examining me. He just shared with me that my insides looked like it was war-torn. My cervix was bloodied and all cut up, and that I had cervical cancer.
HPV cancers, they don't have to happen. There is a vaccine that prevents all 6 of these cancers. And the only thing better than surviving cancer is preventing it. And why wouldn't we do that? This HPV vaccine, based on the research, it's safe, it's effective, and it's administered to boys and girls. And gosh, I wish I had done that for my kids. I do. I think it's one of the greatest gifts you can give your kids.
I'm studying nursing right now, and what we were taught about HPV was that it puts you high at risk for cervical cancer. I had heard nothing else about this, and neither had my parents. They were just taught that it's a big risk for cervical cancer, and they decided, why would we vaccinate our boys if they don't have cervix, until it was too late.
We did not have the opportunity to get vaccinated against the HPV virus. So please do everything that you can to share the importance of getting these kids vaccinated, to preventing them from getting the 6 different kinds of cancers that are associated to HPV. As soon as I learned what HPV vaccination and the benefits of it were, I was able to get my 2 sons vaccinated. This does not just only happen to girls. This happens to boys as well.
Once you're diagnosed with the C word, or cancer, it's like life is just never the same. Every little thing kind of have you wondering, is this back? Is this it? What's going on? It's been a long haul.
I only wish that this vaccination was available when I was younger so that I did not have to go through the cancer that I went through and the pain that it caused myself and my family. It's so important that the school nurses educate themselves first and pass it along to everyone involved at the schools and get these children vaccinated. If people could see what could happen, then more people would line up for this vaccine.
To think that you as a school nurse can save anybody that kind of trauma, or even having these, kind of conversations or thinking about this or experiencing it, it's an incredible gift to be able to, help kids out. So I encourage anybody to let them be spared, these experiences.
Cure cancer by a vaccine, you need to do it. You don't want to go through what I went through and what my buddies have gone through and what the people that I was going through treatment with went through. We were all taking a shot.